So first exercise of the session is a lat pullover. Now these are essentially a warm-up exercise, but we still take it there. We still train hard, we still lift with good form and weight. It's just making sure our lats are firing for the following movements. But as you see here, I'm pulling down, okay, and then driving back. Okay, that's going to allow a better squeeze and contraction with my lat. But also, okay, I like to position my body like this. So this is the top of my head, okay, and then this is my chest. I like to have like an arch. So I'm thinking about, you know, creating that arch to then pull in and just puff my chest out, as you see there. That is going to allow, you know, much better contraction, and yeah, it's just better positioning for this movement, and it's something that I really get on well with. Next up is the lat pull down. Now, lat pull down don't have to be explained really, should be in anyone's back day, but I'm going to go through a few cues here with you guys that I like to use. So first of all, I use a neutral grip, so like this instead of like this, okay. Personally for me, I feel it so much better in my lats. I pull down and it just allows my elbow to go in that nice path there, whereas I feel if I go from here, I don't feel it as much in my lat and it doesn't connect well with me, as like I prefer the other way, sorry. But a few cues, again, driving the elbows back, nice and simple, but also dropping your shoulders back, okay, dropping your shoulders. And then I like to, you know, I like to do a few warm-ups and figure out my point of contraction. So I squeeze down, and if I feel it about there, okay, that's where I'm gonna go to in the movement. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I'm contracting the whole way and then slow on the way up, making sure that I'm still getting the best bang for my buck, even when we're going up of the movement and then back down and squeezing that lat. Next up, single arm dumbbell row. Now, I do these unilaterally because I have a weaker side, and you know, we want to make sure we are balanced and we want to make sure each side is as strong as each other, ensuring the weight can be moved on both sides. And if not, then what we do, okay, is just use your weaker side first and then get as many reps as you can, and then you match it on the other side. Next up, we have the T-bar row. Now, this is a new machine in our gym, so I'm extremely excited to keep using it, and I've used it already and it feels absolutely amazing. I'm currently running 55 kilos on a top set, so quite decent, I'd say. You know, we want to get stronger, obviously, but for me, straight away, I've already put 5 kilos on it. We progressed in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this movement. A couple cues. First of all, the machine doesn't fit every single body part or body type. Okay, if you're smaller or shorter, you're gonna have to adapt things. Okay, for me, I stand off the pad, off the bar. Okay, and just keep my heels against the little pad. Okay, and then another thing, I like to round my shoulders off on the movement. So I'm stretching as far as I can and then pulling back and squeezing my scaps together. And that is going to make sure that you're getting the most out of that exercise and your upper back is actually growing. So yeah, use that exercise if you have the machine at your gym. So next movement, we have the single arm D-grip cable row. Okay, now a couple cues on here. When I'm going up on the movement, I like to stretch out my lat as far as I can. And then when I'm coming down, I like to make sure my elbow's getting driven back as far as it can go, and then also lean into that one side that I'm working, and that is going to allow for, you know, the most out of your elbow path, just leaning down and leaning into that one side. It feels so much better if you do it now without even doing the movement. You can feel it so much more. But yeah, I really like this movement at the moment. Something I'm looking to run up because that machine is quite heavy, the stack on that one. But yeah, my left side's actually weaker, so you know, I do my left first and then I match it on my right. It's so strange how you know, you have these imbalances, but they definitely think you need to definitely work on them, you know, using unilateral work for that. But yeah, moving on. So next up, we have the bicep portion of the workout. Now, first up, we have the extension, okay, cable curls. Now, I don't use a straight bar because I prefer these. I prefer the way the D-grips feel, and the range of motion I can get on the D-grips are much better than with a straight bar, because obviously I can curl it. And then how I like to keep my arms, I keep my Elbows tucked against my ribs as far as I can, all right, making sure that my shoulders and my forearms align, and then curling up, okay, squeezing that bicep and then letting go nice and slow on the way down. If you have that little extension like bar, okay, in your gym, definitely use it and give it a go. So next bicep exercise, we have the seated dumbbell curls. Now I like this movement because I can really, curl my wrist and like turn that bicep in, okay, make it, if that makes sense. So basically do it now, okay, keep your wrist like this and then flex your bicep. If you just turn those wrists in a minute, okay, makes your bicep have that extra little peak. But in this movement, you can do that by just curling your wrists, okay, at the top of the movement. So keep your elbows locked back and then curl your wrists, okay? And even just doing that, I can feel it so much more. Okay, that is going to make sure you're getting the most out of your dumbbell curls. Now give that a go. Use those exercises that I've used in my plan. Obviously, I'm trying to grow my back massively, but those are a couple exercises that you could take from there, then do it. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe,